So part 2 now. Uh, like I have to tell you of the journey just to know that our good Lord is amazing. He saves people. He's such an awesome God. There's none who can be compared to him. He loves us the way we are, and he loves us, but he doesn't love the sin. Okay, he doesn't love the things we do, the things that we are involving ourselves in, if it might be fornication, adultery, stealing, drug and substance abuse, ignorance, jealousy, greed, selfishness, what again, there's a lot of things. This lesbianism and gayism, that is totally, but that is the spirit of Sodom and Gomorrah, and what is those are just things which they do not magnify who our good Lord is, and those are those are the things that our good Lord is saying, I just want you to get out of that. I want you to get out of those things so that you can get to know me. When you get to know God, it's when now you're able to fulfill what God has purposed for you, And the moment I got saved, it's when I realized that I was in so much deep darkness. And I know God had destiny for me, greater things, Since I was a child, I used to pray. There's a time I prayed to see angels. And all I got was their papers, that they were printed papers, and they're printed into small, and they're different colors. They're written angels, angels, angels. And I just woke up. I saw the papers around the sitting room, and I collected them. That time I was just young. I was in class 3. Yes, class 3. So I went to school. I used to study at Westlands Hospital Hill School, and that's where now I carried the papers just to show my friends that I prayed for angels, and then I got papers written angels, angels, angels. That's how my childhood was, and I could see things. I could see things, and I didn't know that I had a gift from when I was a child. So it happened when my dad shifted, and we went to Taita, and I remember telling them that I don't like this place. I don't like, there's a statement I use, this Kenya makshimba sinzuri kama Kenya ya Wundanyi. I just love good things. I loved light, I loved electricity, I loved good roads, I loved things like I love, and I still love, where there is water, where there is development, where there is growth. That is what I used to love when I was young. And when I could see things are not the way they are, I could feel like I don't love this. So I don't know, like the only time I shifted was when I involved myself. I had sex with our houseboy. He was supposed to take good care of me, and my parents entrusted him to me. And I remember, yes, I used to have that. I didn't like men, so I wasn't into men. So that was the only man that I had sex with at that time. And I got a baby, I got a baby boy. And how now let me speak of now the journey of when I got pregnant. When I got pregnant, my mother was serving as the head of Girls Friendly Society, and it was such a shame, it was such a shame. This is a woman who is serving the Lord, and then the daughter is pregnant. Oh my God, that was totally a big shame. And my mom embraced me. My mom was there for me. She had to take me to the hospital to confirm if everything is okay, if I'm healthy. Thanks to Almighty God that I never got the disease HIV and AIDS. thanks to Almighty God that He really spared me. He had mercy on me. He enabled me to see, and even to just get out of the kind of darkness that I was in, you know. Hey. And then, like, right now when I think about it, I'm like, hey. You know, like, I'm like, did I miss out, you know? And when I was pregnant, the pregnancy, okay, like for me, I wanted to that pregnancy to be aborted, you know, but my mother refused. My mother was she's a strong Christian. She refused. She said, you're not going to abort that child. You're going to carry that child, you're going to deliver that child, and you're going to get out of the sin. The sin that you did, Angela, is not right. So right now you need to know God, and you need to be delivered, and you need to start your journey in salvation the right way. And my mother used to like encourage me and tell me, you know, that is just a sleep. You are still young, but now you understand. And right now, when you've received salvation, now it's better. It was not an easy road. The day I went to deliver, that was in Voi Hospital. A miracle happened. A miracle happened, my dear ones. I was at Moi Hospital. It's at Voi sub-county in Taita Taveta County. And at that moment when I went for delivery there, you know, I was like, I just saw, I felt there are things I felt, and then I informed my mother, and then she was like, okay, my daughter wants to give birth. And then now the nurses came, and then when the nurses came, they're like telling me that, you know, this is still a young child, because, you know, at that time I was in class 7. That's why I'm telling you that was a tricky moment. And then they're like, now you'll have to do an operation to this child. They kept me the drip that I was supposed to be taken for a CS, you know, for cesarean section at that moment. But now when I was in that bed, I was feeling so weak. I felt like if I'm going to be taken to a cesarean section, I feel like as if I'm going to die. And at that moment, when I was at that bed, I was just sleeping like this. And then I told God, oh my God, remember me. Oh Lord, I see when you move me out of this place and I go to get a cesarean section, I'm going to die. Oh Lord, remember me. Have mercy. Forgive me. Please, God, enable me to deliver normally. And then, poof, out of nowhere, there's another daughter who came, and her name was Dr. Guatara, something like that. She wasn't a Kenya. I don't know what tribe or which country she was from. She came and she said, no, she came, and then she made sure, what is the number of the shoes you wear? And then I told her number 5. And then she was like, no, this one will deliver normally. So she looked at me, and then all of a sudden I felt like there's this hard thing that wants to come out of me. And then they told me, no, that is the head of the child. And they had to do for me a minor thing, surgery on the vagina. And I gave birth to a son, you know. And then that's when I knew this is God. He really does miracles. So when I did that, and then now I got out of that place, and the same day I went home, and everyone in that hospital, they were saying, mtoto mdogo yule amezaa, like a little child out there, she has just given birth, and she's out of this hospital just like that. And that was me. My name was mentioned everywhere. My nose, and that's why I relate with that song of this guy. What is his name? This Rwandese. Ninyo. Babiloni yote kanijua. Ni nani Israel Mbonyi. damu yake iliyomwagika imeshinda hukumu yote.